My name is Jason Huang. I'm a professor of pediatrics and health policy at Stanford, and I'm here to help our host here, Dr. Andrew Huang, with the conference. And first, let me introduce you to Dr. Andrew Huang, who's very well known here in Taiwan. Dr. Huang is the chairman of the board at the Ku Foundation Sun Yat-sen Cancer Center and professor of medicine at Duke University in the US. Dr. Huang earned his medical degrees from National Taiwan University College of Medicine, and he completed postgraduate training at the University of Pennsylvania and at the Duke University. During his tenure at Duke University, he launched the innovative multidisciplinary patient-centered care model at the Duke Comprehensive Cancer Center in 1976, which was a groundbreaking approach that improved outcomes for patients with complex cancers. He later served as the Duke Comprehensive Cancer Center's clinical director, and in 1983 was appointed a full professor. In 1989, Dr. Huang returned to Taiwan, driven by a vision to transform cancer care. He founded the Ku Foundation Cancer Center in 1990, Taiwan's first dedicated cancer hospital, introducing the integrated care model he developed at Duke. Over his 35 years leading the cancer center, Dr. Huang prioritized quality of healthcare over profit, emphasizing hospitals must not focus on earning money from patients. He has elevated the quality of healthcare for cancer patients and significantly improved the survival of patients in Taiwan. However, his passion really is in medical education, and that's why we're having this conference today. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Andrew Huang.
Thank you, Jason. Today, I think I'm acquiring so many teachers in the audience. Welcome to Taipei. Okay. I need a lot of assistance. Welcome our distinguished speakers and guests. I would like to start our conference today with a proposal. So this is my proposal, and ready to receive more critique from you. So we're here today because we share a bold mission to catalyze transformative change in medical education and healthcare delivery by integrating technological innovation with compassionate, patient-centered care. Medicine stands at a crossroads. On the one hand, we see unprecedented scientific advances from artificial intelligence, diagnosing disease, to genomic medicine offering personalized treatments. On the other hand, we face the timeless truth that healing is built on empathy, trust, and the health professional-patient relationship. The task before us is to unite these two worlds. In this symposium, we envision a future health professional who is as proficient with cutting-edge technology as they are devoted to the age-old art caring for a person in need. Our journey toward this future begins by understanding the forces driving change in healthcare and education. A crucial step in establishing a thriving medical environment lies in selecting the right people at every level. when we admit students who are motivated by a genuine calling to serve rather than by prestige or financial gain. We lay a strong foundation for the future. These aspiring professionals must have not only academic ability, but also compassion and humility to learn. By welcoming individuals with a deep sense of service, we encourage them to pursue high-need fields, commit to underserved communities, and address the holistic well-being of every patient. This process can be reinforced through holistic admissions criteria, such as mini-interview, situational judgment tests, which help uncover qualities like empathy, resilience, and communication skill. At the same time, we must carefully choose faculty who embody the values we instill, educators who model ethical conduct, patient advocacy, and a collaborative spirit. Such mentors create an atmosphere where empathy, teamwork, and cultural competence are as integral to training as scientific knowledge. These faculty members can also engage in community outreach or global health initiatives to broaden their perspective on patient care. Even the most visionary curriculum reforms will falter if teachers themselves fail to believe in human-centered care. Moreover, in intentionally recruiting a diverse faculty representing various cultural, social, economic, and disciplinary backgrounds ensures that such students learn to value different perspectives and practice inclusivity in their future clinical settings. The leadership within medical institutions must likewise foster an environment that prioritizes patient welfare over profit. Administrators should encourage clinicians to spend meaningful time with patients, invest in ongoing professional development, and support innovative programs that enhance both learning and care delivery. They should also offer incentives or scholarships that promote service-oriented vision, enabling graduates to practice in areas of great need without facing disproportionate financial burden. Student-led volunteer programs and pipeline initiatives reaching out to high schools or underrepresented communities can create a more continuous flow of motivated individuals entering the profession, sustaining a culture of compassion and social accountability. Interdisciplinary forums where faculty and administrators from diverse fields collaborate on curriculum development further ensure that technology, ethics, public health, and clinical practice reinforce one another instead of remaining in separate silos. By selecting students, faculty, and administrators who share an unwavering commitment to excellence, service, and ethical practice, we ensure that reforms take root and flourish. This emphasis on the right people, united by a collective sense of purpose, is essential for nurturing future professionals who balance scientific rigor with authentic compassion. Indeed, it is through every link in this chain, from admissions to administration, that we cultivate a medical workforce prepared to deliver cutting-edge care grounded in empathy and respect. The need for reform is urgent around the globe. Health systems are straining under multiple pressures. The World Health Organization projects a shortfall of up to 18 million health workers by 2030, leaving many communities without adequate care. Populations are aging rapidly also. By 2050, the number of people over 60 will double to over 2 billion, bringing a surge in chronic illness and complex health needs. We continue to battle emerging infections, as the COVID-19 pandemic reminded us, and grapple with other public health crises. At the same time, medical knowledge is expanding at breakneck speed. These realities mean our current models of training and care delivery must evolve. Unless we act decisively to reform medical education now, we risk failing both the next generation of health professionals and the patients they serve. Amid this whirlwind of change, one principle must remain constant: compassion, empathy, and respect for the patient are the bedrock of effective care. Studies show that when health professionals truly listen and communicate well, patient outcomes improve. Technology, for all its benefits, cannot substitute for a health professional's empathy. A diagnostic algorithm will not hold a frightened patient's hand or understand the pain in their eye. We must preserve the human touch in our rapidly modernizing field of health service. However, in the best efforts to select motivated students, inspirational faculty, and supportive administrators will falter if new graduates enter workforces mired in outdated practices. Reform medical education, therefore, requires looking beyond the classroom to the healthcare system at large. Many countries chronically underinvest, like Taiwan, in health worker training, creating mismatches between education and patient needs. This contributes to the very shortages and gaps we are trying to fix. Hospitals, universities, and governments must align resources and incentives with the competencies we expect in future health professionals. That includes investing in faculty development, modern training tools, and providing mentorship that reinforces new skills. It also means restructuring career pathways so that vital fields like primary care, geriatrics, or rural medicine, often undervalued, are more attractive. This must be a collaborative global effort. No single country has all the answers. Whether it is a new simulation program or a community care model, sharing innovations will accelerate progress. Together we can build healthcare systems that facilitate education reform and adapt to evolving public health rather than resist change. Central to our agenda is the concept of learning for life. Medical education cannot end at graduation. It must become a lifelong pursuit. In an era of exponential knowledge growth, tomorrow's health professionals must remain agile, committed learners throughout their career. We should instill in students the expectation that they will continually update their skills, whether by mastering a novel surgical technique or implementing a new AI. Education should also be structured around the life stages of patients. Health professionals must be prepared to care for people across the lifespan, from pediatrics to geriatrics, and understanding how different life stages shape health needs. our training program should include more exposure to geriatric care, chronic disease management, and end-of-life issues, reflecting our aging society at large. Moreover, we must create practice environments that support satisfying, sustainable career. It is pointless to train excellent health professionals only to see them burn out after a few years. Burnout from excessive workload and bureaucracy is already driving many talented clinicians away. We must foster mentorship, teamwork, and a culture of wellness to counteract this trend. When young professionals feel valued and supported, they are far more likely to thrive and continue learning with passion. Lifelong learning, in the end, isn't just for individuals. It must be built into the fabric of our institution. In conclusion, the future of medicine and medical education hinges on our ability to balance innovation with humanity. We must be visionary in imagining what healthcare could look like in 20 years, but also pragmatic enough to start making changes today. Let us combine long-term ambition with immediate action. Even as we start a bold course for the future, we should implement tangible improvements now. Whether it is updating a curriculum next year, launching an interprofessional training pilot, or creating a new mentorship program for young professionals. Each step, however small, brings us closer to our goal. The stakes are high. The health of our communities for generations to come is at stake. If we succeed in reforming medical education, we will produce health professionals who are not only technically skilled and knowledgeable, but true healers, compassionate, curious, and capable of leading change. That is the kind of professional every patient deserves. As we move forward from this symposium, let us carry this commitment with us by fusing the best of technology with the timeless value of medicine, and by working together across disciplines and borders. We will create a future of healthcare that is brighter, more humane, and more effective than ever before. Thank you very much.